Hi everyone, welcome to Matt's Garage. Today we are not in the garage, we're in my office. I want to talk to you guys about the results of all the What Would You Do episodes I did, and then talk a little bit about the build plan and some of the things you're going to see coming up. I am recovering from COVID. I've had it for the last 2 weeks. The first few days were the worst, and now it's kind of this lingering sort of heaviness in the chest and all that, and I'm still testing positive, but hopefully getting through it here pretty soon. For the What Would You Do's, we already talked about the C4 shifter. I think everyone agreed on a Tom's Bronco column was the best, but that I could just use the manual for now until I had the money or was getting into that part of the build, so I agree on that one. We talked a little bit about the fender flares. A lot of people are advocating for a panel change. Some people say leave it as it is. There's a real mix on that one. I think I'm going to leave it until I take the fenders off, then have good access to the back and cut those out and try to save them with some body work. And if that doesn't work, I'll replace the front fenders. Same with the rear quarters. Then the floor rust. Almost unanimously, everybody said put floor pans in. There was a few people who said just do a smaller patch for that area. I think I'm going to first hit it with a wire wheel and see how far back the rot comes. If it's limited to just that seam, I may just build a temporary patch at that seam and do it from the underside. So basically clean up the rust edge, do it from the underside, and then seam seal it. It should look actually pretty decent for a temporary patch. And then, if the spirit moves me, I can do the pans later. With the top, you guys are right. The video didn't show the extent. It's pretty rusty, and there's pinholes going through. I think I might just leave it as is. I'm not going to get rid of the top for sure. That's not going to happen. Whether I go to a soft top or not, I don't know. I might just leave the top off in the spring and summer, enjoy the truck, and then put it back on in the winter. And then finally the door, I think everybody agreed. Clean out that thing, bend it back into place, and weld it and color match it. Color matching is a bit tricky because that paint is all over the place. It's not the original. I think the original truck was Wimbledon white. I don't know what color this is. I think I'm going to take the grill off and take it to Wesco Auto Body Supply. They have an analyzer that can look at the paint color and get a close match. I'm pretty sure it's Hot Ginger Metallic, which was a Ford color from a Bronco color from like the 70s. But they'll be able to get me close, and then I can buy a quart or a gallon of it. I'm going to use a single stage urethane, which will make it easier for me to handle the base coat, clear coat. I'm still figuring that out. So let's talk about build plan a little bit. I'm really on the fence actually about the color. So if I stick with this color, I'll get it matched. I'm half inclined to go back to Wimbledon white, which is the original color. I'm not doing a nut and bolt restoration, but I don't know. I could go either way. So curious to hear your comments about color. In terms of build plan, I don't think I'm going to do big tires, so I don't think I'm going to cut that rear fender or leave it uncut, which means like a 30 or a 31 max tire size, which makes things easy in the sense that it's a lot of stock replacement. The hard part is that it's geared for a 410. It has 410 gears in a Dana 30 front and Ford 9-inch rear, which is kind of a steep gear for such a small tire. Like I have 410s in the Scout, and that's got 33s, and even that could be like a high threes and be okay. So I'm just not sure about that one. I'm not going to do crazy interior. Don't think I'm going to do a roll bar. I think I just want to get it looking nice and driving decently for a manual steering, manual brakes thing. I don't plan on upgrading the brakes and the steering if the tires aren't going to change in size, and that's okay. So that's kind of the plan right now, is to restore it and have it look like a Survivor. What do you guys think? You think that's a good idea? I know some guys want it to be a crawler, but I just can't see hacking up something that's in this good a shape to turn it into something that a Jeep does better, Yeah, curious to hear your thoughts about that one. So my next episode is going to be me pulling the engine out and inspecting it with the kids, taking the heads off. That episode is going to be weird because I'm going to have a beard in the first half and no beard in the second half because I got COVID right after I pulled the motor out. and then I shaved and stuff. So you guys will know what's going on. I'll see you next time on Matt's Garage.